15 days into the new year, and we've already got TommyInnit and Dream going back and forth with petty tweets, videos, and even Reddit posts. Just days ago, TommyInnit released a video exposing Dream for his specific actions throughout the time that he knew him. Dream then made a community post stating that he would be working on a reply video, which was then released yesterday. But for those of you that are not up to date, let's go back to where this drama started, as this situation between Dream and Tommy has been going on for some time. I recommend paying attention, as there's a lot of different events currently fueling what seems to be a never-ending drama. I'll go over what's happened first and provide my take on the situation throughout. Also, I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I'm trying to hit 20,000 subs. If you want to help out, subscribe. I really appreciate it. If not, I hope you find the video informative, but regardless, let's get into where it all begins. It began on December 29th, when TommyInnit, alongside Jack Manifold, released an episode on their podcast, Shut Up I'm Talking, titled It's Finally Over. Within this podcast episode, TommyInnit speaks on a specific interaction that he had with fellow content creator slash streamer Mizkif. This clip was spread all over Twitter, to the point XQC, soon after, reacted to it on his stream. Here's the clip.
The worst person I met award.
Oh, for me, it's so easy.
Go on.
Mizkif. Piss me off, the twat. Just the way he
You
looks.
like barely even met him. You just like
He just
stood
wouldn't
near him for a bit.
Oh, I hate it. Have you ever just hated someone based off nothing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
No, I wasn't based
why am
off
I
nothing.
asking you?
People like to say it's based off nothing. but
No,
it's
stop
based
banging
off
on
so
about
much.
it. Anyway, I stand next to him for a bit, and I've never just genuinely hated every word and movement someone did. I also was very tired and wanted to see my friends, and I didn't get to see my friends. I got to see Mizkif. He was giving off all the signals for him to piss off, and I kept sort of going, and standing this way, and then he'd stand there and go, eh. And he asked me another question, like, you don't see, and he asked me some weird shit, like, you don't seem like a happy man. I was like, what do you even say back to that, Mizkif? I don't know you. I genuinely, when I become an actor and I want to, like, get angry for a role, I'll think about that.
You'll picture Miss.
I'll genuinely just picture that interaction, and I'll get so angry.
God, I don't mind like not getting like a Mrs. like person in real life, whatever.
First
But
person-
like, what an overreaction. It's not that crazy, man.
Like,
Like, holy shit. All these guys are all cringe, sorry.
Then, soon after, Mizkif replied to Tommy on stream, and this is what he had to say.
I've never genuinely hated every word and movement someone did. TommyInnit says Mizkif is the worst person he's met last year. What a coincidence. When I was talking to TommyInnit, he was probably one of the most insufferable people that I've ever talked to in my fucking life. When I was sitting there waiting for Masayoshi to pop up, TommyInnit is just standing there like a complete prick and looking like such a jackass. I'm trying to just sit there and wait for Masayoshi. I say hello to him, and he gives me the rudest stare you could ever imagine. I'm like, what is your fucking problem? What the hell did I do to you, you stupid British fuck? So we're just standing there, and I'm like, how you doing? I'm just trying to make small talk with the guy, because the guy's acting like such a jackass, looking at me like I did something wrong to him. So I'm looking at this kid, I'm like, I don't even want to talk to you right now, but I might as well make small talk, because we're both just clearly standing here, and I don't like you. What's up? And I said some shit, I'm like, how you doing or something, and he gives me the rudest stare back, and I'm like, I fucking hate this kid, but no one's around this poor little fellow at TwitchCon, and he probably lost his mom. So I'm like, Tommy, how you doing? Like, you know, are you doing well? Like, is things going well? Oh, your friend got canceled? Coincidence, so did mine. We both have friends that got canceled. Very interesting stuff. And he's giving me such rude attitude the entire fucking time.
Mizkif then soon after quote tweeted a post that he made quoting TommyInnit's podcast. Mizkif simply replied, he's British. Not much of an insult, but regardless, the drama continued. This time TommyInnit quoting a tweet which was repeating what XQC said on stream. These guys are all cringe. Tommy replied to this saying the following, with this photo attached. Tommy states, to be more cringe than TommyInnit is pretty hard, but you pulled it off, pal. It wasn't long after where again XQC replied, quoting Tommy's post directly, from doing streams in my basement to doing a stream with the president. How is that a diss? You went from writing Dream for a living to making jokes to teenage girls. Lock in. Tommy then replies for a final time, no, yeah, you're right. Actually, man, you are really cool. That was where the feud between XQC, Mizkif, and Tommy ended. But this is also where Dream begins to step in. Dream then, quote tweeting XQC's response to Tommy, made the following post, poking fun at anyone who calls themselves a TommyInnit fan, and referring to them as being retarded. This sparked a whole other frenzy. Dream and TommyInnit fans together practically started bullying Dream off the internet. They were calling him hypocritical for using the word retarded, and some simply believed that this tweet wasn't real, as Dream Dream very quickly deleted it, seeing as he received so much backlash. Dream himself has had several tweets in the past expressing how disgusting it was for people to use the word retarded, as a large number of people consider this word extremely offensive, but to see him then using it himself was not a good look whatsoever. Tommy then again replied after with an image of Dream's now deleted tweet, and he said the following: "No way did I make Dream say the R slur again," fueling more into the backlash Dream was already receiving. But this was far from the end, because Dream then took this situation to none other than Reddit. This is where he wrote the following: "Genuinely still confused on what the rules are. Honestly, not trying to be obtuse, multiple people go viral calling me the R word, and everyone explains that it's okay because they're neurodivergent. So then I see a meme that uses it and post it and get absolutely throttled for it. Obviously it's the internet being disingenuous, but that doesn't completely invalidate anyone that might be upset by it. Most of the people calling me ableist for using it are the same people that lit off fireworks when Nicholas Cantu was the slur-slinging slasher, including Tommy's closest friends. It's either okay or it's not okay. The double standards are infuriating. I have my own reasons for having a problem with Tommy going around being the internet police, and was expecting to get a lot of shit for going after poor Tommy that lies about me constantly, but obviously I had no intentions at attacking every Dream SMP fan or being ableist. It was a dig at Tommy's fans because somehow the worst of the worst ex-Dream SMP stans have congregated all to make up lies and shit on other creators, and Tommy feeds right into it to promote his Patreon, shows, books, or whatever else he's currently promoting, because he has absolutely no backbone. Either way, my lesson from this is that Twitter is somehow even less reasonable than I thought in the first place. Oh, and don't use the R word under any circumstance, even if you see a funny meme and you're autistic. Lesson learned. Hopefully I can be forgiven. Back to coding. And honestly, I completely agree with what Dream said. Tommy knows very well that the Dream SMP grew off of drama happening between content creators. When the SMP came to an end, it left a large number of fans craving for constant drama, and they jump at any and every situation that there is. It's become a serious problem, because even if the drama lacks evidence, like we've seen at the initial stages of the George Not Found situation, it does not matter. The fans just want a direction to throw hands in. But again, this is far from the end of the Dream and Tommy rebuttal, because the situation just keeps getting deeper. Not long after Dream made the previous Reddit post, Tubbo then streamed, reviewing Dream's tweets and the overall situation, followed by Jack Manifold also streaming and discussing what had happened so far, and then Dream himself. On the 12th of January, Dream went live on Twitch for 3 hours. He completely debunked Tubbo's stream and addressed many questions that were still floating in regards to how this situation started in the first place, and exactly what was going on between Tommy and himself. As I said, the stream was 3 hours long, so let's take a look at some of the most important parts.
Me jumping in had nothing to do with the drama specifically between X and Tommy, or between Miskiff and Tommy. Tommy's being rude. He's just he's starting beef and starting drama, shit slinging for like no reason really.
Dream states that Tommy has been throwing shade at many content creators recently for no apparent reason, which I can say is very much true. A lot of Tommy fans may not agree, but let's take a look. We have Tommy and the Logan Paul situation, Tommy and Miskiff, Tommy and XQC, constant shots at other creators for no apparent reason, and at the center of it all, Tommy is the instigator in nearly all of these situations. Him and Jack Manifold know exactly what they are doing on their podcast with the controversial topics and comments they make about other content creators, especially when the majority of these topics can remain private conversations.
Tommy knows my political point of view, and Tommy knows my opinions, and knows that this is just a lie and an attempt to get people to shit on me for, being a Trump supporter, and that's the reason I got involved, when he knows that's not the case.
I'll be honest, Tommy knew exactly what he was doing with this tweet. He made it straight after Dream said the R slur and threw in his extra comment because he knew it was an easy dig at Dream and it would fuel more hate. It's honestly an extremely petty thing to do, and if what Dream is saying is true, that he isn't a Trump supporter and that Tommy knows this, that just makes you think, if Tommy is lying about something like this, what else is he lying about? For the sake of clicks? Is that all? Regardless, let's see what Dream says about the tweet he made where he called TommyInnit's fans retarded.
First of all, I'm autistic. I also have ADHD. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm not trying to discriminate against disabled people. That's not my intentions whatsoever. Second of all, less than a year ago, all of Twitter was up in arms, retweeting, celebrating, lighting off fireworks when Nicholas Cantu was the slur-slinging slasher. That's not me saying, oh, everyone else did it, therefore it's okay. But I genuinely, after I was getting shit on for using this word, was confused because people, the same people that are literally in my replies getting mad at me for using the word, had in the past said, hey, Dream, you can't critique Nicholas Cantor for doing this because he's neurotypical.
And Dream made an extremely important point, that people are being hypocritical. When someone else does something, the fans let it pass. But if Dream's the one doing it, they are on him straight away. This does not defend that Dream still used a word that he explicitly said he considers a slur, but you cannot shy away from Dream making a valid point.
This is a word that's not in my vocabulary. This is a word that I don't use. I think that content creators and people in general should avoid using words that their audience could find offensive. In this case, like people said, you're using it as an insult towards people, and you don't, if you're using it as an insult towards a group of people, then you shouldn't use it like that. That's fair. That's totally fair.
One thing I can say, it's good to see that Dream owns up to his mistake and isn't trying to make excuses around it. He admits he messed up, and that's that. But I want to stick to some of the more important points that Dream addresses regarding his feud with Tommy. The first one being this screenshot. This screenshot was a message Dream privately sent to Tommy after Tommy posted a skit/meme video titled "If YouTubers Were Honest." In this skit, Tommy pokes fun at Dream in what seems to be a fairly malicious manner. It was regarding an incident at the time going on between Dream and Quackity regarding the separate SMPs that they were both planning on releasing. They both had an idea to create a content creator SMP which involved content creators all around the world who spoke different languages. Quackity assumed that Dream was copying his idea, hence the public feud regarding this, which was still going on at the time of Tommy posting his skit video. Before we revisit Dream's message to Tommy, I'll show you TommyInnit's skit video about Dream and Quackity.
Yes, it's done! A Minecraft server to combine multiple communities, my communities together, and bring the world together. This is an amazing idea!
Hey, I don't like that idea. It's actually my idea, not yours.
That doesn't... Okay, that's fine. We can both do it, I guess.
Stop ignoring me.
What?
Stop ignoring me. You haven't replied to my DMs in a whole week.
Yeah, okay, that... I just didn't... That's fine, I just didn't really want to.
You're not nice.
No. Oh, okay.
You're actually really bad. I don't like it. I don't like it. You're a bully. You're a bully.
Oh, okay.
I don't like it very much. I don't like it.
As I said previously, I think it's fairly easy to tell who TommyInnit's bias is towards. He painted Dream out to be a malicious content creator who was stealing ideas. So, as anyone would do, Dream messages Tommy privately, questioning why he's had to ask Tommy several times to not make jokes at his expense, which I believe is a completely fair thing to do. If I considered someone a friend and they were then making what seems to be malicious and biased skits about an ongoing issue, who wouldn't question their friendship? I see no issue with this message. However, another issue stemmed from Tommy's skit. A rumor that had been endlessly circling Twitter was that Dream had messaged TommyInnit's mother. Dream went on in his stream to confirm that this was true. He then showed the following message that he sent and explained exactly why he messaged her. TommyInnit's mother was seeing Dream fans showing hate towards Tommy on Twitter, again because of his skit. Tommy's mother does occasionally use and engage with TommyInnit's fans. Tommy's mother would go on to continue involving herself pretty regularly by arguing with very likely to be 16-year-olds who were making constant rude comments about Tommy. I completely understand Tommy's mother's perspective, as she was just trying to defend her son. Dream saw that many of his fans were throwing hate towards not only Tommy, but also Tommy's mother. And, to summarize, Dream privately messaged Tommy's mother, stating that he doesn't agree with how people are treating her online and doesn't like seeing how she's being attacked. However, he went on to express that he did agree with what some individuals were saying about Tommy. He says Tommy's skit was dishonest, as he knows about the situation, but he still chooses to take sides, which he again knew would cause a ton of issues, which is honestly extremely dishonest from Tommy. His skit very clearly portrayed Quackity to seem in the right and paint Dream as an evil content creator trying to claim other people's work, which again is something that you wouldn't expect from someone that you consider your friend. Upon this screenshot being released by Dream, Tommy goes on to tweet about it, saying the following: "I just want very famous YouTubers I liked when I was 16 to stop leaking DMs of of me being a bit awkward. Is that too much to ask? Which I again think Tommy knows exactly what he's doing. This doesn't show Tommy being a bad person or being awkward, nothing like that. What it shows is Dream being honest and trying to communicate privately with Tommy about how he felt. I see no issue with this. However, later that day, Tommy then released a video titled Dream. He addressed what was going on currently and shared his opinions on Dream as a person. I'll show some of the video highlights before talking about them.
Talk about you calling all my fans the arseler. You can't throw around the arseler, mate. You just can't. My mum worked with adults with disabilities, and since I was 12, I volunteered with her. These are real fucking amazing people. With your group, I cannot believe how the George stuff from a year ago went down. I cannot believe the response to it online. It's disgusting. It's sexist, man. And you and your friends' references and the way you talk about women behind the scenes has been so sexist too. Shame on you guys. 4 years ago, you were awful too. When I was 16, you gave me YouTube advice and you held that over my head for years. You didn't treat me like an equal and you made me feel small. You harassed my mum as she was going through a divorce. The worst time of her life. You tried to harm the relationship between me and my mum. And if we weren't best friends, with the shit that you were saying, you probably could have really harmed that, mate. I have watched you take advantage of vulnerable people and use them to benefit yourself. I've watched you lie to fans, to me, to people, and take no responsibility afterwards. You are incapable of taking any criticism. You refuse to change anything about yourself. You reframe everything so that you are the victim.
This video is what I would call a bombshell. A lot of people were very quick to jump the gun and choose sides, but let's take a step back. Tommy didn't really present any evidence, but he made a lot of claims. Apart from the whole usage of the arsler, he claimed he can't believe the response Dream and George had regarding the Katie Bug situation that happened a while ago. He claimed Dream and his friends were sexist off camera. He claimed that Dream giving him YouTube advice was held over his head for years, and that Dream made him feel small. He claimed Dream harassed his mother while she was going through a divorce. All of these details are very interesting, but let's be real here. We have no evidence. People need to stop jumping on bandwagons and supporting people without any form of evidence. Regardless, Dream, shortly after Tommy's video, made a YouTube community post stating the following: "I'm not sure why TommyInnit decided to attack and lie about me in front of his entire audience, but I guess it gives me an opportunity to let it all out. Crazy Minecraft beef, I guess. We'll be making an upload to respond to his video soon, given it's serious, not fun times." He then deleted it soon after, but he did stick to his word. Dream released a video titled I'm Sorry, but not to TommyInnit. What a title. Within this video, Dream starts by apologizing for his usage of the arsler. He owned up to what he did completely. He then goes on to address how Tommy and his friend group regularly made jokes about Dream being a pedophile when that whole situation occurred. Dream even brought up Tubbo himself, saying on stream, "You know what, maybe we should stop joking about that. It's not right, especially because he proved that he wasn't." He then refused the claim Tommy made within his video and showed he never made Tommy feel small. In fact, he did the opposite. He showed proof of how him and Tommy called very often and how Dream often gave advice to Tommy as he wanted to see him succeed. He even showed clips of Tommy praising Dream directly within his own stream.
Dream's awesome. He's like, probably for the past like 8 months, once a week, me and Dream will have like a 2-hour call, and he just helps.
Tommy also took a shot within his video at Dream's merch business. Dream then goes on to reply by saying that his merch was a family business, made by real people, getting paid actual wages, which he then goes on to say, unlike Tommy, showing that Tommy's merch, while it looked cool, was being designed by a company that was known for child labor. He also accused Tommy of underpaying editors, and even on occasions getting his own fans to edit his videos for free. He also addresses the claim of harassing Tommyinnit's mother, stating that he firstly did not know that she was going through a divorce, and secondly, Dream showed all the messages he had with Tommy's mother. He was simply talking about the skit video and how he didn't want Tommyinnit's mother upsetting herself arguing with children online. Dream ends off his video by saying, "Tommy, if you want to talk about no backbone, you delete all the videos on your channel that I'm in and I'll do the same." And his final line to Tommy was, "Instead of telling you to seek therapy," which is what Tommy said to Dream at the end of his video, Dream instead said, "You don't need to put other people down to lift yourself up." Overall, this situation is far from over. We have more and more information coming forward from Tubbo, Dream, and Tommy collectively on a daily basis, with even a situation between Dream and Ludwig coming forward as well. I'll be discussing all that in a future video, as I still wish to see Dream's reply on this situation before making incorrect assumptions. I want to say one thing greatly bothering me with this entire situation is how quick people are to jump the gun. They hear one content creator say one thing, then the fans are on Tommy's side, then Dream comes out with his video, and you've got people people doing a full 180 and now they're on his side. The real people who have no backbone are some of these Twitter users, completely unable to pick a side or just simply picking a side based on claims with no evidence. Regardless, I feel the entirety of this situation could be dealt with in private and had no reason whatsoever to be public. I feel a large reason behind this is Tommy knows what he's doing, and a lot of what he is saying seems to be a bit of an engagement farm. Anyway, I hope you're now well informed on the event so far, and I'll continue to update you guys along the way. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, but for now, stay safe out there and peace out.